So, when we first started working together, it was more customized, I think. We primarily had our online content, online education, and then we wanted to do in person. And so since you were in Austin and you had a lot of experience with shooting in-person events, we talked about it and it made sense for you and the team to come out and handle that. So that was the first way that we started working together, and I liked it because solving a problem that I just didn't have a solution for. And that gave me a really nice way to experience not only the in-person relationship of working with you guys, but also the back end. So like, getting the reels back, getting the feedback, seeing the process. And so for me, I like that because I got to kind of see everything while still getting really good content and results from that. And then from there, we discussed how can we kind of expand this and do more, because I really enjoyed just how dialed in your guys' systems were. Previously, it was just me and a team member who was pretty much doing all of our content. We weren't even really diving into strategy. It was more just like we were throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. And then working with you guys, being able to not only help come up with a explicit strategy, but then also being able to execute on it. And the time delay from both of those is very minimal. And since we are growing and looking to scale, it is something that I think is crucial, because now, I think the big value in Content Factory, the fact that you guys handle the organic side and our paid media, is that, I can dive into the creative side where I need to, but it's not mandatory, because the team's incredible. Everybody has their superpower. Everybody communicates. Nothing has really even fell through the cracks, which I think can happen with a lot of agencies out there. It's if you have too many moving pieces and you're trying to do too much at once, people drop the ball, and I can't even remember a time where that happened. And even if it did, I know that you guys were super quick to correct it. So yeah, I overall very pleased with the experience.
Yeah, and jumping into that, like, what's been like your favorite part of the service? Is it kind of the communication, the quality control, the just the systems? Yeah, what's been like your favorite part of it?
It's definitely not one thing, but if I had to pick, for me personally, I really liked the organ. So it's like, we will meet, we'll discuss things, and then Maddie basically, keeps everything moving. I've told you so many times how much I think, like how highly I think of her, and how helpful it is. But then I think I also really enjoy the quality. Like previously I was working with, a good team, but there were quality issues, spelling mistakes, stuff like that. And then given that, I'm a dentist and I'm helping other dentists, spelling mistakes is like, you just can't have it. And get first drafts back from you guys, where I would say probably over 90% of them don't even need any correction on my end. So and it's not even like it's taking a month to get these back. Like the turnaround time with you guys is very efficient, and the quality that comes back is good. So I would say the project management piece and the quality has been great.
Yeah, awesome. And I'm curious, this is kind of your first time getting, and like actually like shoot content that you haven't really like written. Like, how's that whole process kind of been?
Yeah, so I think it's overall been good. I think there's a, like with anything, what I'm seeing, I kind of, opened up my mind from like first couple, it may not hit, but it's totally fine. That's on me to give feedback and engage, because I trust the process in the sense of like, the more that I give you guys, then the better you can do your job. And I mean, we've been working together for a couple months now, and I can already see it. And I know that there's still even more to go, but yeah, I'd say at first it's kind of, I mean, it's a little scary, it's like having someone script for you, and you fear that it's not going to sound like you and whatnot. And I haven't really seen that. I think I've also tried to just keep an open mind. Like, maybe there's stuff that you guys script that is just more effective and impactful than what I'm doing. So yeah, keeping an open mind to testing it and seeing has been great. So yeah, I like it because I don't have to script everything from scratch.
And then even jumping into kind of like on the paid media side of things. So like, can you talk about probably the biggest win or the most recent win we had with you was whenever you launched it, whenever we launched out $500 spend, and I think there was about $7,500 generated. And then now we're sitting, this is the second month, your second month is done. But yeah, can you kind of talk about a little bit about the wins that you've kind of had on the paid media side of things?
Yeah, so the creative that you guys have been able to help make has crushed. We were getting like sub $5 leads consistently. And that was something that I hadn't had in a long time. And so I thought that, maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe the audience is fatiguing, but in fact, we just needed better creative. And so I think you guys delivered on that. And then from a results standpoint, we were able to, I think we had like a 9x return on ad spend. I think we put in one, like there was the numbers, I can't remember specifically, but it was around like $1,000 in ad spend, and we had like over 9K cash collected. And
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, so it's, and we're literally, we're just getting started. Like, I think all pretty much that is just you guys doing what I was already doing, just better. And now we're doing more, right? So leaning on the expertise of the team to really dial out a full paid media strategy, something that I didn't have. I was just running like an overall reach campaign and just like lead gen for one funnel, and that was good, but there was just a lot of low hanging fruit, and I feel like a lot of meat on the bone that you guys are about to help me extract. So it's been great.
Yeah, awesome. And then my last one is like, how has like working with us impacted you on like a day-to-day basis and like as a founder? I know we kind of talked about this whenever we were driving to the next location, but yeah, how's it impacted you personally as a founder?
Yeah, dude, honestly, it's been such a like huge weight off my shoulders. Because I think like I probably have more I probably dove into like paid media and organic more than most founders. I think that's more of like an add-on thing that people do, but that's kind of how I started my business.
Right.
And so I had a lot of knowledge about it, but the being able to focus on other aspects of the business was something that was suffering, and I didn't realize it until you guys took it off my plate. So now, pretty much with the bandwidth that I got back, I was able to, pour it back into the business. We had to, we were restructuring some parts of the offer, improving deliverables, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing for me is it honestly made content fun again. You coming out shooting, it's just like the fact that I didn't have to deal with all the super tactical stuff, and we could just shoot, have fun. Things were planned and organized. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. B, was able to meet with like competent isn't even the word, because you guys are like beyond competent. Like, you guys are experts and you know what you're doing, but it just feels really good to just work with a bunch of, A players. And, when we have an idea, being able to actually implement and execute it, like the speed at which we can do it now is so fast.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, shooting the content is the fun part, coming up with ideas on the spot and seeing how creative we can get with hooks and different angles. But yeah, man, I mean, is there anything else that, you want to add, or if like somebody's like watching this and they're thinking about, working with us, like, is there anything else you would want to say?
Yeah, I would say, if you're a business owner and you need help with content, organic and paid, or maybe you don't even know if you need help, and you're just like, I don't know what I'm doing, or I've tried stuff and hasn't worked, I would say definitely get going with Content Factory. They've got the playbooks, they've got the experience. And the thing is, you know, I'm super niche. Like, I'm a dentist who's teaching dentists how to do a procedure. There's not that many other people doing it. And even then, the more that you, as long as you know your avatar and kind of how you can help them, then you plug Content Factory right in, and they can help you get a lot more leads, but then also help you build your brand and grow it for you. I think that's another key thing. Like, I think some people are trying to get in to the content game, but you know, maybe they don't have a service or whatnot. But even for those people, like, starting to just build your brand is priceless, and it's the thing that you know, you have to pay for up front, and you end up reaping the rewards in the future. And so, yeah, I think it can work for anybody, but definitely for the business owner that is either not showing up on social media or you're drowning and doing that. You know, Content Factory is the lifeline to get you out of the content game while still being omnipresent wherever you want to be.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, this was great. Yeah, keep looking forward to continuing to work together and scaling this to the moon. So, yeah, we have a lot of good things on the way. I know Sydney sent you over the. Did you see the inspiration for the one reel she's talking about? We should definitely try to execute.
Yeah, I saw
like
it. Honestly, it's like the idea that we were kind of riffing on. I feel like we were overcomplicating it. The one that was so simple. So
Yeah,
I think,
exactly.
yeah, it's gonna be fun to see that. I think, yeah, I'm excited, honestly. And the fact that the idea came from her, you know, to bring humor in while also weaving it into the strategy, like,
Yeah.
that's the stuff that I used to think about, but I didn't know how to do.
Mhm.
So the fact that that was presented unprompted, as that's the
Yeah.
because we're going to try new things, and you know, it's either going to crush or it won't, and based on those two outcomes, we will just either do more of it or we won't do it.
Yep, yep. I think it'll do well with your audience. I mean, some of the reels, I think they're scheduled to go out, the ones that we like first recorded.
Yeah,
So I'm excited to see how those do as well too, because there was like some funny ones in there, like the coffee one, um, the cutting of like all uh,
the
um,
fruit
the fruit
and
and whatnot.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, we definitely yeah, we went off on the crit. I feel like we were in like our own world when we were recording. It was fun.
yeah, yeah. And then so what I'm thinking about doing on the next round, because I was thinking about what you said, I was like, how can I like easily do? Thinking about like the amount that I can put on top of my camera, well, that will hold an iPad as well too. And
Mhm.
if I can have the iPad facing you, and then you just have to scroll it. I think that could work.
Dude, that'd be great because
I think
like
so.
because the only bottleneck when we were doing those was just having to pull the script out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I can memorize, like, especially if we just have it formatted, like when Amanda's formatting the copy, if she can do it in like punchy one or two statements, so then that way it's just easy to like kind of scroll through.
Hmm.
Um and then at that point it's literally like record for 3-4 seconds, stop, take a couple steps, you go to the other side, start recording. Outfit changes. It's just more of that
Yeah.
change of
Yeah.
scenery
Good
type of
point.
thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that is true. Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
even then, like we could even add more motion, like walking. Because if it's on an iPad, like we're just walking through the office, cutting, switching to something else, like doing different motions.